Hey guys, this is Black117 here, and today we'll be going over our, I think this is a PFA Week 8 battle up against Slec. So this is basically like a rematch of finals I had with him a while back, so yeah. So, talking about this game, to be honest, there was a lot of stuff going on between here and there that I didn't really have time to prep, so I threw in something together since this was basically week 8. So I knew I wanted to bring Tangela, so yeah. But then again, Alec had a very threatening Pokemon. They like the Heatran. He didn't bring. I think he also had a Greninja, so I'm not so sure whether he was gonna bring it because the league rules. For this game, he also had like Noivern, Delmice, Metagross, Electrode. He did bring Umbreon, so some Suicune and Landorus are very scary threats in the room, right? That's Mega Lopunny. So I do think that with Tangela we should be able to handle them very nicely. So Tangela plus Zapdos with Hippo should be able to beat them. Our win con for this game is probably Char-X, Manaphy, or Virbank, or just our bulk in general. So yeah, this game is pretty much comes down to who's pretty much gonna sweep who. So yeah. That might be a little slight spoiler, but we'll see. He goes into Azel for Navi, and I go to Yellow Blue, so pretty much my standard lead. Here he goes for U-turn. I do have Rocky Helmet here on my Zapdos, and I go for Discharge. Just get some damage on Ellie. So hopefully I get some chip. Learn what this thing is. So here I go for Miss Mogwai because I kind of want to go for Rocks. As he's going for Calm Mind right now, so I'm already okay, so I don't really have much on this Hippo. It's only Earthquake, Ice Fang, and Rocks and Recovery, so stock off. Zapdos is probably pretty much defensive set with Discharge, HP, I believe Discharge, HPI, Defog, and Roost. I wanted to bring out Toxic, but I couldn't, so yeah. Char-X is probably is Dragon Dance with no Flare Blitz, but rather EQ with Dragon Claw because it hits everything hard. So Aromatisse is standard CM, VM, Aromatherapy, Wish with a 50% Fairy. Tangela is really nice. You'll see. Here I go to I Am Noodles. So here I'm able to eat that up very nicely. And I go for knockoff, remove the item. Hopefully he doesn't go for knockoff, but he just goes for another Moonblast. So with regen, I'm able to recover off the damage. But now here I can go into my Char-X. If this thing was actually if we had the Mega rules where we don't have the Mega turn 1, I'd probably win. But yeah. He goes for Protect, but I go for Dragon Dance, so I'm yeah. I go for Earthquake just to see what he wants to do. But of course, that's my only way to hit the Select Fairy. So yeah. Then he goes with Navi, the Azelf. It barely doesn't take me out, and I go for Dragon Claw, so yeah. As he goes to Lopunny, so I pretty much take out 2 Pokemon in 1, so yeah. I could have set up on Clefairy and just pretty much ended the game right then and there, but I just didn't want it to because it could be possible damage rolls right there. You could also set up as well, so yeah. So this Lopunny's here, and I'm alright, so what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do against Lop? There's not really much. I have to kind of sack my Char-X, so here I go to Yellow Blue, my Zapdos, as I go for Hidden Power Ice, freaking Landorus, but whatever. Here I decide to go into my Tangela, decide to get some stuff up. I do have Stun Spore at Leech Seed, so hopefully I'm able to connect, as well as Giga Drain and Knock Off, so remove leftovers on say it's Suicune or an item on Landorus. So yeah. Here he goes for Toxic. I don't really it doesn't really matter, but the Leech Seeds is kind of annoying. Here he goes to Lopunny. as I missed my stun for, and I'm like, oh man. That's kind of like, well, that sucks. I don't get a paralysis there, but whatever, so. Goes to Blue Hudson. I could have just went for Discharge there, but I don't know why he went for Suicune right then and there. But I guess he has Miracle, so yeah. Here I go for a Tangela as he goes for Calm Mind, as this is where I meant by him potentially sweeping me, you know, could be a thing, so. He does a lot of damage to me, but then now I realize, oh great, now this Suicune's gonna set up on my face. And I'm like, you know what? You know what? I already know that this is gonna come down to two things. One, whether or not I'm able to win this CM war, and two, whether Manaphy can copy these stats with Heart Swap. So I do have Heart Swap on Manaphy, so the next few turns just basically me just spamming Calm Mind and Wish. You'll see. Keep notice of like my item. Like at this point he is able to get to plus, you know, 1 or plus 4 immediately, so +4. This kill game could really go to shit if he gets a crit, so yeah. So I do admit Alec was able to put me in a situation where like I have to resort to this, so yeah. So let's see what happens. So here I keep going for, he goes for Scald, but he doesn't really activate Berry. I go for Moonblast, I do get this special attack drop, so it's gonna be really nice to be able to take some hits from him. Here he still like is annoying, but to be honest, I can technically play around the whole PP war. But he goes for Rare Coat here, and I get for my recovery here, so now it looks like I was gonna die, but now I could just pick this thing off with Moonblast, so yeah. And that's pretty much helpful. So so that's really nice. He does have a chance to kill me here, but I'm able to live, so that helps. And I get a free switch. So he goes to Dad as I go to Doodles. As I'm not so sure what to do, but go for Stun Spore. As he goes for the Umbreon, and I'm able to paralyze this thing. He has Synchronized, but of course doesn't activate on, you know, since I'm already toxic. He goes for Wish, as I do have to like go into Suicune here, as I kind of want to pressure this Landorus out immediately. So yeah. Here I go to Hippo because now I have to like kind of play around with Landorus here. So he goes for U-turn, so he's not Scarf, so that's good. I have Ice Fang, so that should help us out here. But then again, like I could switch around with Tangela now that I have access to the regen. So here he goes for Protect. I go for Knockoff here. Just move lefties and whatnot. So I am able to land my lead seats, and this is going to be very helpful, as you'll see. I think he's trying to come in on my Manaphy. Try to predict my Manaphy. And here he goes for Foul Play. I'm able to live that, and with my Figgy Berry and the lead seat recovery, like at this point, it's pretty much. I don't want to say game, well, it's pretty much game because I get paralysis, tail blow, so, and I'm getting recovery, and I go for Dazzling Gleam as he goes for Toxic. So there's not really much you can do here. So then he has Dad now, but I have a boosted Surf coming. So yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be a good game. So to Slec. So Tangled did put in some work here. I'm not gonna lie, as Aromatisse, being able to win the CM war versus the Suicune was really huge. So I do admit that I was really pretty much pushed to the brink, so with this team. But then again, like, and it's in a weird way, I was kind of dicking around. So like, I can't believe, like, you know what's funny is that I could have got like the Lopunny paralyzed, which actually would have been helpful, because if he would have been paralyzed during the turn he faked out or attacked, then that would have just put me in a huge position. So and also like having, and also if I went for discharge onto Lopunny or whatever came in, just Suicune, I pretty much won the game. So that was a huge error on my end. That was a huge risk on Alex's end as well, but he took it, got it, got rewarded handsomely. So there, so I can't blame him on that. So I did think that having Tangela throughout this game was really helpful. Being able to have a Pokemon that could just pivot around his team to regen and have like Leech Seed recovery helped me out. So I think the whole time, I think the whole chat was like saying how I run a lot of 50% berries. Well, to be honest, I do, because like they're really good at times. I'm better than leftovers because of the way I play. So being able to activate them like from like, you know, let's say it's like sand or from like hail, like some residual damage. I just don't like leftovers, because unless it's like something like Suicune, then that makes sense. But it makes sense because of course you're running sub, protect, lefty, Suicune. That makes more sense since you're getting recovery by the turns. But on the, like teams like this, like, you know, like I'm gonna be chipped down over time. So yeah. So I guess that's the game, as we are now 8-0 in the PFA. So hopefully that was a good match you guys liked. So anyways, I'm gonna be heading out. So, and I'll leave Alex's channel in the description if you guys want to watch his stuff. So alright, see ya. So also it's Twitch, so be able to subscribe to him and subscribe to Reed. So I'll put those links in the description. So yeah. Alright, so that'll be all from me, as I'll have to be heading on out of here. So see ya.